Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. Love is in the air. And even though this song got second place in our Valentine's Day Patreon poll, very narrowly losing to Fleetwood Mac, I'm going to do it anyhow because I believe in showing extra love to our awesome community. Plus, I really just want to check out the darkness. So let's get to it. Whoa.
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. You're watching on the driving, you're behind the steering wheel.
Oh my gosh.
Touching you, touching me, touching you, God, you're touching me.
Whoa. He's got a great voice. Whoa. Wow. Okay, we're going to go back to the beginning. But just know that I'm going to come back and look at that part, the touching you, the touchy part, and analyze that really heavily vocally. But we got to go back and look at some of the other awesome things that happened right away. So back to the beginning. First thing that I think is really awesome is how far right they've panned this, and it almost has like a buzzing sensation, and then they bring in the left side, and it feels buzzy there as well. And I like spaceships. Also, I'm going to find out what the spaceship has to do with this heart bathroom scene. That's cool. It like almost feels like it's designed to create a weird ear pressure sensation. I guess that's sound, but something extra. Feels snarky in that attack. I'm sorry. Who drinks their bathwater? Or puts it in their mouth? Like, what did those bubbles taste like?
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. You're watching on the driving, you're behind the steering wheel.
Is that a
Watching on the
person?
driving, you're behind
Like, who or what was inside of that? Because it's a very strange creature. That's amazing. What a great personal dry off. Is it an alien? Maybe it's an alien. Maybe we're inside the spaceship. One more time. Oh, maybe the reason he's singing so well is because this is a room that's filled with steam, which is one of the only things that can actually really truly can instantly hydrate your vocal folds. You can drink water, that's great, but it's going to take time to actually get to your vocal folds. It goes down a different tube. So this is steam, instantly goes to your vocal folds. That's amazing. And you can find out a lot more about that on my video on the singing hole that talks about water and your voice. Anyhow, let's get to his incredible voice. We need to really analyze it in detail.
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. My heart's in on the driving, you're behind the steering wheel.
He's got a great voice.
Touching you, touching me, touching you, God, you're touching me.
All right, so one of the things he's doing when he goes up there is he's turning over, like flipping registers. He's going to a higher register. Depending on where you come from, some people will call this head voice and some people will call it falsetto. Head voice can be used more in contemporary genres, and then falsetto will be used more in classical. It also can depend on what element of voice science you're coming from. So essentially, when you hear that switch where it goes up to higher and it changes the timbre a little bit, it's a different muscle group that is taking over the vocal production. So in this case, the CTs are becoming dominant versus TA. So cricothyroids versus thyroretinoid. This is a CT dominant sound once he goes up to the top there. Now he's got a lot of extra power still in that and a lot of extra closure, which is very exciting because that means he can have just a lot more access to different colors up there. It's impressive. It almost sounds like he could totally slay as an operatic countertenor. But also to note, earlier he went higher and stayed in that really full sound. So this is how I know, even within just less than a minute of the song, like he's got killer vocals, like truly insanely great vocals. I'm excited to see where else it goes. Okay, we're gonna go back one more time. I'll point out the moment when he's singing full and didn't flip over.
Explain all the feelings that you're making me feel.
That's it. Stayed full, didn't flip.
My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you.
I love him.
Touching me.
I love the way his slide runs down. And the distortion on that is awesome. Holy crap. Thank you for having a guitar drop out of the ceiling. That was amazing. His enunciation is so much fun. I believe in a thing called love. It's also really sticky. Even though I don't think that melody is sticky, it's not really moving, but it's the rhythm that makes that sticky. Ooh, that's fascinating. I love the way he has so much control over how much distortion he adds in the top there. And even though we hear that sort of grit that happens in the top, I'm not concerned at all about his vocal folds bleeding. It sounds like a really healthy distortion that's added to it. That's very exciting because I love it when voices can stay healthy for a very long time. It reminds me of Gilbert and Sullivan, the enunciation and the sort of quick patter nature of it. And also having lines that don't necessarily bounce a ton when you're doing that quick patter. One more time. And he's sorry, I'm stopping him so much. I feel bad. If you watch this, Justin, I apologize for stopping you so much, but your voice is incredible and I need to understand it more. So I'm going to go back a little bit again. Notice that he's actually shifting registers as he's going between these lines. That's a fuller one. Flips. Full. Flips. I love that harmony. Wow. Cool.
You every minute, every hour, every day. You got me in a spin, but everything is say okay. Touching you, touching me, touching you, got you touching
I feel like he was lip syncing that part where he's holding up the rock, which is that just styrofoam? Maybe. I have some experience with styrofoam set pieces recently, so might be styrofoam. But it's fun. I don't see the body connection in that top note, which is why I said, I think it's lip synced. But I mean, of course, we're not actually hearing the vocal performance that we see that's happening, and that would just be impossible to move around that much and capture a really great quality of the vocal.
Kiss you every
Going back a little more.
I wanna kiss you every minute, every hour, every day.
I like the way he used essentially that diphthong and the movement of the mouth to transition into this shocked face.
I wanna kiss you every minute, every hour, every day.
That's terrifying.
Got me in
Oh, is that you were thinking you wanted to kiss and then you saw this and you were like, oh, maybe I don't want to kiss that. I got it. Or maybe it's something else.
a day. You got me in a spin, but everything is okay.
I love the sort of more casualness in some of his language choices in the diction.
You got me in a spin, but everything is
So instead of everything, I think we've got like an F in there.
You got me in a spin, but everything is
You can see the lip go back underneath the teeth on that to make an F sound instead. One more time.
You got me in a spin, but everything is okay.
And there's some nasality too that makes it more punky.
Touching you, touching me,
It's so good.
touching you, 'cause you're touching me. I believe in a thing called love. Just a little bit more. With a chance we can make it now. When we rock until the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love.
Man, the hair colors, and it almost looks like he crimped it. Oh my gosh. I haven't thought about a hair crimper in decades. You know what I'm talking about? Like the crimp, like crimp. It was like kind of got like this really weird looking perm. It's almost what's going on here. Maybe it's naturally wavy hair. Definitely not a natural color. It's very appropriate though for Valentine's Day and the season of love. Okay, we're gonna go back because there was something else in there, but I forgot about it because I was thinking about his hair.
I believe in a thing called love. Just a little bit more. With a chance we can make it now. When we rock until the sun goes down.
Notice there's a shift in the vowel clarity when we go between those two registers. Super common for somebody when you go really high. It's just necessary to shift the mouth and essentially alter those vowels more so we can still get some clarity, but as notes go higher and higher, clarity acoustically naturally is going to disappear.
I believe in a thing called love. Just a little bit more. With a chance we can make it now. When we rock until the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love.
Wow. What? What was that? What? Okay. I think that's guitar. The first time I heard it, I was like, was that good job? But it's so high. Like it's so high. And so excited. As one should be about a guitar. Okay, I take it back. It wasn't a hair crimper. That's just the natural, beautiful locks of hair. Whoa. I bet a lot of people are super jealous. I'm a little bit jealous, but I really like my hair. But I'm a little jealous still.
Touching you.
Oh!
Touching me.
Wait a second. I thought that was the same person. It is not. It is not. I told you, this is the first time I'm seeing them ever. So that makes more sense. I was kind of getting side views of luscious locks of hair. So now I'm not sure. Maybe it was a hair crimper. A little more doubtful now, though. I really like that we got to see a little bit of backing vocals mouthed in there. There was so much going on. I don't know if that happened earlier, but I got to hear a little more of that enunciation because I was seeing it at the same time. And then additionally, it's lovely to see the rest of the band members a little more, and I'm starting to get used to seeing them all together. It looks like it's a 4-person band. I don't even know how many people we had in this band. Let's go back. I'm going to look at this differently now that I know this is not the same person. Yeah!
Touching you, touching me, touching you, can't you touch me?
Okay, first of all, that high harmony is amazing. I love it. It almost sounds like it might be a teensy bit synthesized, added in, question mark, not sure. Love it. I'm pretty sure that she's not part of the band. Maybe she's one of the aliens on the spaceship. I think. I'm not sure how she's related, but I've got Justin, Dan, Frankie, and Rufus. With Justin on the lead vocals, Dan, I think, was our guitar person that I thought was Justin for a little bit. Frankie is on the bass and backing vocals, so I think that was the person we saw backing a bunch. And then we had Rufus, who's also backing and does drums. Okay, I just had to shout out to everybody because it takes a whole group. And even though I'm always focused on the vocalist because that's my specialty, we should not be giving any less attention and appreciation to the musicians that make up the band together.
Touching me, touching you, can't you touch me?
I hear some Queen in there.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. With a chance we can make it now. When we look until the sun goes down. I'm away with the
Whoa! Whoa! That's insanely high for that much closure of the chords in such a healthy sound. Wow.
until the sun goes down. I'm away with the
Wow. There's like what I sometimes would call squealo when referring to a classical singer in that top note. It's got this extra ring on it. Such good chord closure, meaning that essentially he's got this fantastic balance of air pressure underneath the vocal folds. You have to build up more pressure to have more volume, and that's actually going to happen with the higher notes as well. Sometimes that can cause the chords to blow apart a little bit or just not have as much full, clear closure. And here you have so much excellent, clear sound. There's not air or grit coming through that particular one. It's just like one of the cleanest, healthiest sounds that you can get on that note from a guy, especially.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. With a chance we can make it now. When we look until the sun goes down. I'm away with the
And it's just so ringy. Like he gets up on that very, very top note, and there's an extra overtone that comes in really bright.
The sun goes down. I'm away with the
Wow. I love it. Wow. One more time. It's just really good. It's a space kraken. For those of you who don't know, this is Krakino. And Krakino came to our channel a few years ago after watching a really, really good movie. I should say music video / live performance by Devin Townsend. He held up his octopus, and I shouted that I wanted one. And a couple days later, this showed up. Thank you, Kirk, very much. So anyhow, Krakino is our channel mascot, which some of you know, but many of you probably don't. So the fact that there is a fellow kraken, a space kraken, but it's a red kraken. Ooh, is it evil? Is it good? Let's find out. I think this space kraken is probably bad, because it looks like it's invading the ship. But it could be that it's taking over the ship for good. You never know. There's electricity that's rolling around. Maybe he's trying to bring the people back to life. Maybe they were having difficulties and they needed a little electrical charge to feel more vibrant and alive. I'm not sure. No, I believe that they vanquished the space kraken, which was probably the only thing of its kind. Wow. And I think they're using electricity to fight it. I was wrong. Wow. Amazing. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. That actually, it's the same sound that I mentioned before that has the like sort of buzziness in the headphones. They brought it back at the end. Wow. Oh, and it even panned. Cool. This video is so unexpectedly delightful, like extra delightful. I love the way he's able to soar up there off the charts, but has such good vocal technique behind it. He can stitch it together, and he can use distortion or no distortion. Crazy great vibrato too. I love that. And the snarky and the fun character is great. Add to that it's just really sticky. It's hooky. It's stuck in my head. And that's partly because you have great band members supporting it. You have a good groove, a good vibe that's going the whole time. And then the cherry on top was really the space kraken. I don't think I can get over that. Why have I not seen this earlier? It's amazing. Thank you so much, patrons. If you want to see that moment when the octopus appeared, I'll link to it in a playlist over here, along with that water video, since we talked about steaming. So check those out, and may you fall more in love with music every day.